Well, we had a wonderful good night's sleep at the hotel, rise and shine, head over to the airport, LAX, for a little breakfast in the Air France lounge in the Tom Bradley International Terminal. Now, what's great about our first day traveling was that we got a chance to go in to this lounge, Air France Lounge, spanking brand new, had just opened on Friday morning, June 21st. And because our flight didn't leave till later, we left the hotel and headed over to the airport just to get everything situated and enjoy being one of the first people in this brand new lounge. And as you can see, it was pretty magnificent. Great views of the airport, of flights coming in and out, great views of the other areas that are going to be developed at the airport. Nice, long, big lounge with great walkways, great attendance. The staff was so friendly. You can see they had a lounge area, dining, working areas. They could tell you everything you needed to know about your flight. They even had that display right there at the front. And I know most lounges do, but I mean, just because it was new, everything looked so clean and so fresh. Everywhere you looked, there were opportunities to get a cup of coffee, get some really tasty fruited water. They had one of my favorite things, yogurt with granola. You keep walking down. In fact, I was headed to the restroom, and it was just a great experience. On my way down to the restroom, I could see that there was an attendant there. I knew that if I had any questions, they would be answered. Once I got there, I discovered more beautiful fruited water, more fruit. There were also areas where you could get some rest. They had nap rooms. They also had showers if you had a long layover and you were going to be on a flight very similar to what we were about to do, which was about 9 hours. Perhaps you wanted to freshen up. Perhaps you wanted to take a shower. You had a business meeting on the other end. So I really appreciated all of the amenities. It was really pleasant. Now, as I continued down the aisle, and once again saw the fruited water, the coffee station, and then right past the reception area is one of the best, most well-equipped bars you could ever imagine. Oh yeah, by the way, I stopped to see, are the flowers real? Well, not quite, but I wanted to see if I could get a smell. So there weren't, but here's the bar. I did stop by for some French champagne because literally everything in there was very French, including the champagne. So I continued on and moved on through to some of the food because now my hands were clean. It was time to take advantage of all the refreshments, pastry, sparkling water, canned beverages, lemonade, all of those European flavors right there available to you in the business lounge. Then there was hot dishes, there were cold dishes. They were available for all the time that the lounge was open. As you can see, everyone's getting their P's and Q's and dotting their I's and their T's just because it was going to get packed. There were a lot of flights leaving, and they expected a good amount of people in the lounge on the first day. So they wanted to make sure that they knew what they were doing. And in my opinion, I think they did know what they were doing. So again, you can see a great workstation, little areas, you can have privacy. They even had a telephone booth there that you could go in and do a cell phone, especially if it was, sensitive information. Some people, I'll tell you, I've been on planes when people are on the phone and they're saying things that you really don't want to hear. And so now, next part of our trip, on to the airplane. And this was special. You know, we wanted to do our 70th adventure in a big way, so we did business class. As you can see, Craig is getting situated. Flight attendants were great. They told a little joke about the divider that was between us because we were adjacent to each other. And so he removed the divider and said, we can always put it back if you need to. Of course, he knew we were together, so it was a little joke. As you can see, this area was very spacious. The overhead bins were really spacious. In fact, they said that we could bring 4 items with us as carry-on because they actually would fit in that overhead compartment. Now, I'll have to tell you, this part of the video is a little shaky because I had my GoPro on and I wanted to capture, you know, from a point of view perspective. And so I'm still new learning how to use my GoPro, so it might be a little shaky. But as you can see, both Craig and I are getting settled in. There's a hanger if you have a suit jacket that you don't want to wrinkle. I just had a gentle little shawl, so I hung that up on that little hanger that pops out. You see right there at the top of the TV screen. And of course, just in case you didn't know you were in business class, they put that on there. You could select your language of choice. Of course, I chose English. And then right below was a big pillow, a beautiful 2-sided blanket. And later on in this video, you'll see where I actually can have the seat laid out flat so that this 9-hour trip, I would need to take a nap. And it's wonderful to be able to know that I could lie down flat. So I was having a little issue because I had overpacked my backpack, so it wouldn't quite fit underneath that little space there that you'll see I'll be able to rest my feet on. But guess what? Not a big problem. I just took everything out and put it in this little compartment. Of course, Craig is being helpful. He's showing me there's a little extra space right there. You can put more things right there. And then I started paying attention to this TV screen. You can pull it forward so that I didn't have to strain to look at it. And there were, again, a remote control, this compartment with all of my things. The remote control was helpful because as you are looking at the screen, you would have to lean way forward to change the channels. Oh my goodness, who wants to do that? You have a remote control right there. So there we have, they had all kinds of movies, latest movies, foreign movies, documentaries. And that was good because for a 9-hour trip, you want to be able to get some information, keep yourself entertained. Those were the adjustments for the seat right there on the side, very convenient. And as you can see, I'm making myself comfortable, taking advantage of a little champagne. Craig is all settled in with his phone and his glasses, and we are about to indulge in some of the best food and beverage you can imagine. Appetizers, first course, main dish. I chose a vegetarian one. And then it's time to sleep. As you can see, the seat can be laid out flat. And in the morning, a very French-inspired continental breakfast for our 3-hour layover in Paris.